There's a warm tropical island in a blue sparkling sea, and a happy sailor and friends who call it their home. And to think with sun and a sandy beach, what a perfect life it would be. But you'll have to see for yourself the places they roam. Hey-oh, 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 to some far corner of the world, they're on their way. Hey-oh, 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 you'll find them everywhere. Adventures calling their names. Hey-oh, 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 to some far corner of the world, they're on their way. Yeah, on their way.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Come on, Mariana, give Cokie a chance. He's worked real hard on this. How he got me into this, I'll never understand. You're about to help make island history. Oh, honestly, how is a silly old tin can supposed to work like
Hello? Mariana, are you there?
It works! It works! Yeah. That was you pretending, wasn't it? Yeah, it was not me. See for yourself.
Hello? Is anybody there?
This must be some kind of a trick.
Mariana, can you hear me?
Is that really Cokie's voice?
This is fantastic, you guys. See, the vibrations from our voices are transmitted from one can through the string all the way across the island and re-amplified by the other can. My telephone system really works. All right, say something back to me, guys. Am I coming in loud and clear, Mariana? What's wrong? Why don't you answer? Hey, can anybody hear me?
We hear you, Cokie! We came to tell you your phone really works, Cokie. Why don't you come down here and explain it?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, what a ball! Cokie, are you all right?
I'll let you know as soon as the bells quit ringing.
Congratulations, Cokie. That telephone you invented really works.
You're right, AJ. I did it. Unfortunately, when I fell, I disconnected the main line.
But you can fix it so it works again, can't you?
Oh, I can do even better than that. I can put phones everywhere. By the time I'm through, there'll be phones in the main house, a phone up at Lookout Point, phones down by the beach. We'll have phones all over the island.
That's the inventor's spirit, Cokie.
It'll take a lot of string to run all over the island. Think of all the trees you'll have to climb and how long it'll take.
Yeah, but I was kind of counting on you to help. If you'll fly the string from one treetop to another, I'll give you 2 months of free telephone service.
Alexander Graham Bell and I could have used someone like you, Oscar.
Here we go again.
No, really. Alexander Graham Bell could never have invented the telephone if I hadn't helped him.
Just a minute, Carlos. We're talking about historical fact here, and nowhere do the history books mention you being involved.
All right, we'll go visit Mr. Bell and ask him. You don't have to take my word for it.
All right, it's adventure time.
I hope you kids have a terrific adventure. Be careful out there. All aboard safely there, Carlos?
Why do I have the feeling you want something out of this?
Why are you so suspicious? I just think it would be educational for the children.
Oh, come on, Grandma.
Well, it would be nice if Cokie were to install a telephone for me out here and give me, say, 6 months of free service.
6 months free for you, 2 for Oscar. I'm going to be out of business before I've even started.
Okay. Call for Carlos.
Oh.
It must be long distance.
no use. I may be able to build one new phone, but there's just not enough time to build two.
Hey, what's going on out there? Jumping Jehoshaphat!
Ah! Mr. Bell, I presume.
How dare you come in here unannounced?
Yeah, well, since you haven't officially invented the phone yet, we couldn't exactly call ahead to announce ourselves. We're great admirers of yours, sir. We just dropped in to meet you and observe your work.
You work for that thief Bennington, don't you?
Bennington? Who's he?
You know perfectly well he stole my telephone. And I just invented it. Now he'll show it to everyone and claim that he's the inventor.
Look, we were just...
I don't want to hear any stories. Just go back to Bennington's big fancy mansion and tell him there's nothing left to steal.
Oops, I'm sorry, am I in your spot here?
Aha! Eavesdropping, were you? Now he even has parrots spying on me. Shame on you.
Carlos, how about a little help here?
We did not come here to spy on you, understand?
Put me down, Carlos!
Get out of my home! I've had enough of your clowning around! Out!
Poor Alexander. Imagine someone stealing such an important invention.
It's up to us to get it back for him, for the sake of history, right?
Right, but where do we look for it?
Well, Mr. Bell did say that Bennington lives in a great big fancy mansion, so that house right up ahead might be a good place to start.
You may be right. You're very observant, Mariana. Let's go visit Mr. Bennington.
Everything's going perfectly, Clyde. By this time tomorrow, we'll have demonstrated. The telephone to the mayor and the contract for the whole city will be mine.
I can't believe how easy it was to steal it. He left all of his windows wide open. All I had to do was wait until he went to sleep.
The man's too careless. He doesn't know the world is full of scoundrels like us.
Right.
Well, let's get some sleep. We've got a big day ahead of us tomorrow.
Okay, the coast is clear.
Can you get the window open?
It must be locked from the inside.
And you'll just have to go inside and unlock it.
Once more, it looks like Oscar to the rescue.
Give it one last big pull, kids!
Oh, very graceful.
Quiet, Oscar. We don't want to get caught in here.
Do you see what I see?
Bennington really did steal Mr. Bell's telephones.
And now we're going to return them to their rightful owner. Hey? Oh, no. We're in big trouble, kids.
You might as well get used to it. You're going to be spending a lot of time behind bars.
If you think you're gonna get away with this, you're sadly mistaken.
Oh boy, Carlos is gonna do his thing.
Well, looks like Mr. Bennington was right about someone trying to steal his invention.
These thieves get bolder every day.
Hey, guys, I think we're in trouble.
Stay right where you are!
We caught you red-handed and we're placing you all under arrest.
Uh-oh.
Don't try to get away. We got you.
You know what we have to do, guys? No, what? Run!
Come back here! After the men!
Don't let those criminals get away from you, Sergeant. They're trying to steal my new invention.
This one won't be going anywhere.
You're making a big mistake. Mr. Bennington is the one who should be arrested.
Good work.
All right, lad. Hand it over. It'll just go harder for you if you resist, lad.
I don't believe you've met my friend.
Give it up, thief. You'll never get away from me.
There it is.
I hope it isn't damaged, sir. I'm sorry the crooks got away.
At least you got the telephones. That's what counts.
We'll stick around for the rest of the evening, sir, in case they return.
Very good, but I doubt they'll have the nerve to come back tonight, Sergeant.
Now we'll never get the telephones back in time for the demonstration.
Well, you're right about that, Mariana. But there may be another way. Now listen closely.
We're just asking for it, Carlos. Breaking into 2 houses in one night is a bit too much.
I know what I'm doing, Oscar.
Oh, you've come back. I've been expecting you. What took you so long to get here?
How could you have been expecting us?
How did I figure out that you were coming? Well, I'll tell you. You see, the police were here asking questions. It seems that just a while ago, someone broke into that no-good Bennington's house and tried to steal back my telephones.
We were just trying to be helpful, really. Can I believe you?
Yes, I think I can.
Glad to hear it, because if we put our heads together, I think we can come up with a solution to your problem. May we come inside?
Why, yes, of course. Be my guests. When Bennington stole my invention, I immediately began work on a second set. I've managed to complete 1 telephone, but without 2, there's no way to show how the invention works.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. Have you ever heard of an extension phone?
An extension phone? What are you talking about?
It allows more than 2 phones to be on the line at the same time. And I have an idea how we can use an extension to our advantage. When Bennington demonstrates his telephone for the mayor, he's gonna have the surprise of his life. We're gonna make him look like an idiot.
Please, little girl, I don't have time for this. I've got to get this food into the mayor's office. Oh, and don't go near that door. That's where the big telephone demonstration is going to be held today.
Yes, sir, but won't you look in the men's room for my father? Please, I'm afraid I can't go in there myself, can I?
Oh. Very well. Anyone there? Hello, is anybody in here?
What could be taking the food so long? I want to get this silly demonstration underway.
Relax, Sergeant. We got the telephone here safely, didn't we, sir? What could happen?
You never know.
Knock, knock. Catering here with the food.
Yes, yes, come in. Well, it's about time. Where have you been?
Well, we're doing our best.
Wait, I've seen you somewhere before.
Could be. I get around a lot.
Well, just put the food over here. I'm going to tell the mayor and Mr. Bennington that we're ready now.
I'll stand guard outside the door.
First, a little creative rewiring. Then, a little camouflage. And this is going to be the first wrong number in history. AJ, here you go! Now to get rid of the evidence. Breakfast now being served.
Just look what you've done, you moron!
Now, don't get cranky.
Out, you clumsy idiot! I want you out of here immediately!
I'm sorry, your number has been disconnected.
Just a few more seconds and I'll have this wire tapped into the phone in the mayor's office.
Hurry up, Alexander. The demonstration's about to begin.
Now it's time for the demonstration of my telephone. My assistant's in another room down the hall, and I will speak to him through my...
But first, a few words on this historic occasion. It is with great pride that I host this demonstration in my office. And may I add that I'm pleased to be the first mayor anywhere in the world to provide telephone service to his...
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Now let's begin. Hello, Clyde. This is Mr. Bennington. Please acknowledge that you hear me. All you have to do is say, hello, Clyde. Stand by, gentlemen. The next voice you're going to hear will be that of my assistant. Hello.
Your assistant is a parrot?
Impossible. He was working perfectly just last night. Clyde, are you there? If you can hear me, say something.
Bennington, if this is some kind of a joke, I'm not laughing. A prank like this could cost me the election.
I assure you it really works.
I think we've all heard about enough of this. Gentlemen, I am proud to be the first to expose Mr. Bennington as an imposter. And to proclaim that the telephone will never be a reality. Now, Mr. Bennington, I think you'd better get out of my office.
I just don't understand it.
We did it, kids! You've made your mark in history, Oscar. Your squawking was the first sound ever heard over the telephone. Your invention is safe now, Alexander.
Thank you. But I think I'll wait a while before I ask the mayor if I can give him a demonstration. How can I ever thank all of you?
I have a suggestion for you, Alexander. How about 6 months of free phone service for dear old Grandma Tadpole? Installation included.
Grandma Tadpole! Yay, let's go! Back to Carlos Island! Yahoo!
How on earth did they do that? And what does free phone service mean?
You'll find out soon enough, Alexander. You'll find out the day your first phone bill comes.
Take a little trip with me. Back to the island blue until we're off to somewhere new. Around the world in empty dreams. Things aren't always what they seem in the past. Or anywhere. Just ask Carlos, he's been there. Land, sea, or outer space. You'll come back with a smile on your face.
Take a little trip around the world in 18 dreams.
With the Blue Man.
Take a little trip around the world in 18 dreams.
Here's a little tip. Come take a little trip, man.
Take a little trip around the world in 18 dreams.
It's the Blue Man.